Hey guys, what's up? And today I'm gonna do a review on one of my favorite movies in the 2010s, and it is Gravity. So a lot of people had been hating Gravity for a weak and nonsensical script, silly dialogues, lack of characters, and its confusing context. Me personally, I think this is one of those conceptual and experimental movies. The story, dialogue, and characters don't really matter. If you hate this movie, I respect your opinion. But here's my opinion. I personally think this movie isn't bad because the focus isn't on the story and the characters. It's about the experience. So please don't hate me for this, but I actually enjoy this movie a lot. Usually you can transcript a movie into a book, but for Gravity, it's something else. You can't just see it, you can't just hear it, you can't just read it. You need to feel it. And the only way to present an experience as fulfilling as this one, you need to put this one onto the silver screen. It's a really smart, simple, ingenious little movie that's not for everyone. If you go to Gravity for intense space action thriller like Alien, you will be disappointed. If you go to Gravity for some philosophical, life-changing drama like 2001, you'll be disappointed. If you go to Gravity for educational purposes, well, honestly, you'll be really pissed off. But I walked out of the theater with my eyes going blind, and I'm telling you, I enjoy and appreciate the movie. You don't have to, but I'm just saying I do. And this is a debate about movies, so please don't take this disagreement so personally. Okay, now it's time to actually talk about the movie. This movie is directed by Alfonso Cuarón, who directed amazing movies like The Children of Men and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. He is known for his long takes and tracking shots and a camera going through a piece of glass. And then he boldly and bravely presented us his new piece of art, Gravity, starring Sandra Bullock as Dr. Ryan Stone, the main character, and the supporting character is George Clooney, who plays Matt in the movie. Ed Harris also voiced in the movie. Fun fact. Both Ryan and Matt were astronauts, and after their spacecraft got completely wrecked by space debris, they were stuck in space and they had to somehow go back to Earth in one piece. So now we have Gravity. The title sequence of this movie already blew my mind and my eardrums with its intense, deafening, screaming crescendo. And then next shot, we have a 12-minute long take with the camera going around and around, spinning in 360 degrees. It is gorgeous. After the intense loud noises, it feels like all the audience had entered a new place, and it is the outer space. And because of the crazy rotations and camera movements, we are really feeling like in space. It's really realistic. Me personally, I'm afraid of large open spaces. So to see these people floating around in space, it really feels kind of unsettling, and it already feels ominous and suspenseful. Then the debris come and the entire spacecraft was spinning as it got wrecked, pieces by pieces, wearing off and flying away. And then we see Ryan strapped onto a spaceship arm, and the arm kept spinning and swinging around 360 degrees, and it was really intense. Then Ryan unbuckled herself, and she just blasted off into outer space, into the infinite void, into the unknown that has no edge to it. So if Ryan continued going out, she might just wander off to infinity and beyond, and that's a bad thing. Never trust the outer space. Things got really intense. Oxygen levels were going down. Lights were going out. It was dreadful. Then Matt just came out of nowhere and saved her. What a relief. And all the things I'll say next is a spoiler, so spoiler alert, I guess. There are a lot of parts in this movie. There's the part where Matt let go of himself and floated away into outer space and died. Matt's death, yes, maybe we don't care about his character that much, so it's still fine, but what's sad about it is that Matt's death means Ryan's alone. She's gonna go back on Earth without his guidance, and that's really scary, especially when you're lost in space. But when Ryan got into the ISS, it was a huge relief. Oxygen levels went back up and it finally felt safe for one moment. Then there's the scene where something was caught in a fire and Ryan hit her head with a fire extinguisher. Then when she woke up, the fire was way worse and nobody was there and she was alone facing a fire in space. And of course, after a suspenseful escape, she managed to escape from the fire but got stuck in a small pod. Another problem appeared, so she had to went back out into outer space and fix something. And then space debris come again, and it's really intense, man. Going out into outer space already felt so lethal and dangerous. And then we see the screws and the nails floating away from Ryan, and it's really suspenseful. Space debris came, and like Ryan hadn't suffered enough. It was so intense, man. Ryan came so close to dying, but at the end she survived. Think of the odds. Then she reached another space station, which was a Russian space station, I think. And then she got stuck again. Systems failed. Another problem approached her, and she already gave up on trying to survive. And then she turned on some radio or whatever and spoke to a random person on Earth, and just hearing a person speaking was already so relieving, because Ryan was so lonely, was as lonely as possible. At this point, hearing some random Russian talking is already something to be thankful for. Then Ryan turned off everything and tried to die in peace. Then Matt suddenly appeared out of nowhere and got into the pod. It was unbelievable. And of course, it was just a dream. But after Ryan had that dream, she had the motivation to survive again. And that was really, really touching. And she talked about her dead child, and I was holding back tears watching the scene. And then we see her on an insane journey back on Earth, and it came to a really satisfying and epic finale that I love a lot. Overall, it's a great movie in my opinion. The visuals were breathtaking, and I had never seen special effects this detailed and this realistic. The destruction of the spacecraft was stunning. The music by Stephen Price was great also. The futuristic and intense themes and the grand finale theme was really nice. The cinematography by Emmanuel Lubezki was brilliant, and the editing is quite good either. The sound mixing and editing is incredible. There's a scene towards the end where it goes in and out of water, and the sound constantly switched from in and out of water, and that's really impressive. Gravity had earned 7 well-deserved Oscars, and it's simply stunning. Again, it's not a movie for everyone. A lot of people may despise it or hate it, but I like it. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm saying Gravity is mind-blowing, and I'm giving it a 9 to a 10 out of 10. So, have you watched the movie Gravity? From 1 to 10, how much would you rate it? Like if you like it, hate if you hate it, and subscribe if you want more.